What did our planet look like hundreds of thousands of years ago? Why did the Kazakhs from ancient times revere the Asian poplar or turanga? Which section of the Charyn is the most popular and why? What is the difference between the Witch's Tract and the Dragon's Gorge? All this in a new episode of Welcome to Kazakhstan Project.
О Чарынском каньоне среднестатистический турист узнал не так давно.
The average tourist learned about the Charyn not so long ago. More than 10 million years ago, this place was the Ili Lake. Later, it dried up, and this led to the formation of the canyon itself. Its length is 154 kilometers. The height of the rocks reaches 300 meters. Of course, a comparison with the most famous canyon in the world, the Grand Canyon in the USA, suggests itself. Tourists claim that if Charyn loses to the Grand Canyon, it is only in its promotion. This is Welcome to Kazakhstan Project. My name is Zakirjan Mamlutov. Let's broaden our horizons. There are two ways to travel around the Charyn on foot and by car. We'll use a car because we want to show you as many locations as possible. Tour guide Maxim will accompany us. Max, hi. Hi, welcome. Where are we going first? Let's start on the top of the canyon. What do we have there? There is a view from the top of the canyon itself. Viewpoint? Yes, a viewpoint. Let's go. The Charyn is traditionally divided into several different sections. Probably the most famous is the Valley of Castles. The rocks really resemble medieval impregnable towers. The bottom of the gorge in this place is dry, washed out by meltwaters. The Valley of Castles adjoins the Charyn River and is the most visited part of the tourist route. That is why there are several observation platforms here.
В Чарынском каньоне несколько рекреационных зон.
There are several recreational areas in the Charyn. The first one is for tourists, but travelers are not allowed to other areas. So in the first area there are two viewpoints, near and far. Right now we are on a distant observation deck, and I like it better. The view from here is more charming.
Сейчас мы заезжаем в самую живописную часть, долина замков.
Now we are entering the most picturesque part, the Valley of Castles. The height of the sheer cliffs is more than 300 meters. The width of the canyon is 80 meters. Here we see the bizarre forms of towers. By the way, the name Valley of Castles originates from that these sheer stones look like towers. The length of the canyon and of the route is 3 kilometers.
Маршрута, длина каньона 3 километра.
Часть пути я все-таки решил пройти пешком.
I have decided to walk part of the way, because some locations can be skipped if you go by car. Here, for example, is a fountain with drinking water. To tell the truth, right now it does not work, but in the summer it quenches the thirst of many tourists. There is also a gazebo here. It has two functions. Firstly, in hot weather you can wait out the heat here, and the second function, more important, is to protect from a rockfall. It is believed that the best time for photographs against the backdrop of the Charyn color is in the evening. The rays of the setting sun can turn the already red slopes into a truly Martian landscape. I see tourists, happy faces. Good afternoon.
Hello.
How are you feeling? How is the walk through the Charyn color?
Excellent.
Where are you from?
From Moscow.
Moscow. And you?
Switzerland.
Seriously, Moscow and Switzerland and Kazakhstan. What are your emotions from walking along the Charyn color?
Emotions are running high. It's so natural. The environment is so clean. Nothing is broken. We didn't see a bottle, a moat, or a candy wrapper here. We advise everyone who will travel around Kazakhstan to visit this place. Exceptionally clean river. Dip your hands in there, make a wish. Divine beauty.
Чистая речка, окунуть туда свои ручки.
Загадать желание.
Да, божественная красота.
Некоторые скалы в каньоне причудливой формы. У некоторых...
There are some oddly shaped rocks in the canyon. Some even have their own names and their own history. Here, for example, is the guardian of the canyon. It's just that you can't see the outlines of the face, but if you point the phone's camera and zoom in, then a person's face is clearly and distinctly visible. Let's take a picture. A very small section of the Charyn color, comparing to its total length, is open for tourists. But even here, the number of folk names goes off scale. You can find places such as Dragon's Gorge, where, according to legend, treacherous spirits can throw a distracted traveler down. There is a zindan, or stone bag, a section of the canyon reminiscent of a medieval eastern pit for prisoners. As we explore the canyon, its map will surely be enriched with new names and legends. And who knows, maybe you will be lucky enough to take part in this.
Вдоль маршрута стали появляться редкие деревья.
Rare trees begin to appear along the route. This is Saksaul. In this place, the canyon narrows down. Ahead we can see the Arch of Desires. There is a tourist tradition to go through it and make a wish, which we will do now. Done. I made a wish. Between the Valley of Castles and the Temirlik River, there is the so-called Small Canyon. In fact, it is the dry bed of Bestammak. We can say that this is a miniature copy of the Charyn color. Everything looks the same, but slightly inferior in size. Curving and meandering, the small canyon eventually connects with the bed of the Charyn River. It is here that there are especially many geological forms that remind of the figures from Easter Island. The Charyn color seems to be of little use for life. However, the local flora and fauna are very diverse. Hares, foxes, wild boars, muskrats are found in the groves. There is a reed cat. But there are especially many birds in the canyon, which for sure will be of interest to fans of birdwatching. White-tailed eagle, Mongolian pheasant, brown dove, white-winged woodpecker nest here.
У этого ущелья жуткое название.
This gorge has an eerie name, Witch's Gorge. The fact is that the slopes have a peculiar shape, and when the wind blows, sounds similar to a hole in a pier. Involuntarily, you will believe that witches and other evil spirits are wandering somewhere nearby. But don't think that Charyn is an exclusively arid desert. There are also several green areas. The most famous area is Ash Tree Grove, located on the banks of the Charyn River in the Saritogai tract. It stretches for 20 kilometers. The area of the grove is almost 5,000 hectares. Of these, ash trees cover 800 hectares. Since 1964, the grove has been protected by the state. They also say that there are trees in the grove that are more than 300 years old. If I had a fishing rod, I would love to go fishing here. But fishing here is prohibited. That's right. What is this river? Charyn River. The length of the river is more than 400 kilometers. It flows into the Ili River and originates in the mountains. You can even drink this water. Tasty? Yes, tasty and clean. Are there any stories with this river, anything legendary? Well, in Soviet times, they say rafting was carried out here. Boat racing? Yes, boat racing. But now it is already a specially protected natural area. Because of this, such events are prohibited. But I'll still try to drink this water because I trust you. Of course. Absolutely fresh drinking water. Yummy. Another oasis in the middle of the Charyn is Turanga Grove. It is represented by Asian poplar, a powerful tree that feels great in sandy soils and is not afraid of drought. Its roots are able to find water at a depth of up to 50 meters underground. The tree itself enjoyed great respect among the people. The Kazakhs did not cut the poplar. There was even a belief that when the last Turanga was cut down, the world would turn into a desert. There are several ways to get to the Charyn from Almaty. The distance is 195 kilometers, and it is most convenient to buy a ticket for an excursion. In the direction of the gorge, you can also take a regular bus, starting from the Almaty bus station Sayakhat. But then you have to walk about 10 kilometers on foot. You can also use personal vehicles, but only if it is an SUV. A weaker car may not be able to cope with the ubiquitous sands. When is the best time to visit this wonder of nature? The climate in the canyon is sharply continental, which means that the summer is very hot and the winter is quite frosty. At the same time, precipitation is minimal. It is especially dry here in July and August. So the best solution would be to visit the Charyn in autumn or spring, especially since, due to the low amount of moisture, almost no dirt appears here. We still know so little about the Charyn, but one thing is for sure. Arriving here, you will be amazed at what forms nature can create and how beautiful the world around us is. Visit this reserved corner of Kazakhstan and we promise that you will return here more than once. Our journey through the Charyn came to its logical conclusion. Welcome to Kazakhstan.